Welcome everybody to Tino's Time Wrestling. And on this episode, I'm going to give you a pre-show analysis of everything that's going to go down at Money in the Bank. And for the first time in a year and a half, the WWE Universe will be live in attendance. But before we get to all that, I wanted to mention what is my WWE fan base and my Twitter family think of my collection. I have collected so many pops. I've got action figures. I've got so many collectibles now. My wall has completely fully covered. It's ridiculous. I have so much stuff now, guys. It's crazy. I don't know if you can see up there. I have Shawn Michaels, Triple H. He is the World Heavyweight title. That would be awesome. Stunning Steve Austin. I have Edge from WrestleMania 22 when he had the hardcore match with Mick Foley. We have Latino Heat, Eddie Guerrero. We have John Cena when he first debuted versus Kurt Angle and when he was wearing those short orange shorts. And he's got a Vince McMahon puppet, guys. I would take it down, but I just got it up there. But this little Vince McMahon puppet has devil ears, and it is it's good shit. Like he likes to say, it's some good shit. And finally, I got AJ Styles, and behind me, I got the Brothers of Destruction. I got Adam Cole, baby. If you guys have seen, I've had the Hardy Boys for a little bit, and we have Alexa Bliss down here. I know it's kind of hard to see, but I hope everybody can see that. And all of my pops, I just want to say thank you for everybody that has helped me get all of my pops. They're all so amazing. If you have not collected these things before, you should start because these things are amazing and they're just really, really cool. And if you're a big WWE fan like I am, you need to start collecting them because, hey, we always got to have memorabilia for the WWE because you never know when you're going to meet anybody. But enough about my crazy collectible collection and everything that I have going on. Let's get back and let's talk about the pay-per-view that's going to go down this Sunday. I just wanted to show everybody everything I had because I hope everybody thinks it's cool. And like I tell you every single month that I do the podcast, leave what you have in the comments. If you see something that I don't have or you know where I could find one of the rare pops, let me know. But enough about my collection. Let's get on to the pay-per-view that is going to be one hell of a night with the WWE Universe and live in attendance, Money in the Bank. And let's start off with the headlines. Who is walking out as Mr. and Mrs. Money in the Bank? Can Edge top the big dog, the head of the table, Roman Reigns, and dethrone him and take the Universal Championship? Can Flair finally stop Rhea Ripley, or is Rhea Ripley going to continue her dominance? Will we see Kofi Mania 2? Maybe. I don't know. We'll have to see. But there is a rumor that we're going to talk about in a little bit that somebody that is supposed to come back on Monday to set up a SummerSlam match. And I'm really disappointed because I'm just not really happy about it. But before we get to that, we're going to save that for when we talk about the Kofi versus Bobby Lashley match. So let's not waste any time and let's get into my predictions for everything that's going to go down this Sunday at Money in the Bank. And the first match I want to talk about, it's the match that's happening on the pre-show. It was announced on Friday night, right before SmackDown started, that the Mysterio family, Rey Mysterio and Dominic, will be putting the tag titles on the line versus Jimmy and Jay the Usos. And Jimmy just recently returned like about a month ago now. It's been about a couple months now that it's been like a month now that Jimmy has returned. And, they're getting the Usos back together and Roman wants them to have every title on SmackDown that they possibly can. So, this match, I really don't think that it should be on the kickoff show. I think that this match deserves way better. And all four of these people are going to put on a complete clinic, and this match is going to be a banger. But in the end of this match, I'm taking the Mysterio family to keep the titles. They deserve to have a long title run, father and son tag team. And I'm not even being biased because of like the father son and everything like that. I just think that the Mysterio families have done really good in the ring and everything that Dominic has done. Friday was his first match with a live audience. He grew up and he was born in the Thunderdome area, and that having his first match in a live crowd was probably something that he really wanted and something that he was really looking forward to. So now that he got that out of his way, he got the nerves out of the way, I I think on Sunday it's going to be even better. And him and Ray are going to go in there and they're going to beat the crap out of the Usos. I think if the Usos do win the match, I mean, I won't be disappointed at all, because I think it would be kind of cool to see the Usos and Roman have the titles and everything like that and have them own SmackDown. But I got to stick with my gut and I got to go with the Mysterio family. So after we get off the kickoff show, let's talk about all the matches that are going to be named on that are going to that are not going to be named on the main card, that already are on the main card and that are going to happen. So let's talk about the first match that's going to happen, that I think that they probably will start off with, but I'm not too sure. I'm going to say that they're going to start off with one of the Money in the Bank matches. And to be honest, I think they're going to start off with the women, just like we talked about in the previous pay-per-views that have happened the last few months, like Hell in the Cell. They always want to start off the pay-per-views with one match that can get everybody going. And if you don't remember back in the day with Money in the Bank, it always would open WrestleMania for the first few years that it was around. And it was one of those matches that got everybody going. So I think that they're going to start off with the women's, and I think that the men's is going to main event, actually. But I could be wrong, who knows what WWE will do, but this is just how I'm going to do it. So let's first talk about the women. And the members of the women's ladder match that are going to be trying to climb the ladder to success is from Raw: Asuka, Naomi, Alexa Bliss, and Nikki Cross, the superhero. Nikki Cross is like the Hurricane. That would be awesome to see the Hurricane return. And then from SmackDown Live, or not SmackDown Live, sorry, just from SmackDown on Fox, we got Natalya, Liv Morgan, Lazina Vega, the returning Zelina Vega, and the other half of this women's tag team champions, Tamina. And Tamina was somebody that was just added. She didn't even face anybody. And even Natalya, I understand why she's in the match. She's been in here. But they just brought up Shotzi Blackheart and Tegan Nox. They're bringing up Toni Storm. Apparently Aaliyah is going to Raw after Mandy Rose showed up on NXT last Wednesday. There are so many better women that they can put in this match. And, they took away Tegan Nox's first name, it just Nox, and then they took out Blackheart, and now it's just Shotzi. I don't know what it is with Vince McMahon and these one name people, but it's whatever it is, and I just think that a couple other women deserve this opportunity other than Natalya and Tamina, because they have the tag titles. They should be defending the tag titles versus Dana Brooke and Mandy Rose. Oh wait, no, never mind. We can't do that no more because Mandy Rose is on NXT now apparently. But whatever, we'll just have to see what happens. Maybe, bold prediction, maybe we'll see somebody maybe knock out Tamina or knock out Natalya, because there is a rumor that Becky Lynch is going to be backstage at Money in the Bank. So what if she comes back, she beats up somebody, and they're like, there's going to be a surprise entrance, and it's Becky Lynch's music hits, and everybody goes nuts. And if you remember, Asuka won the Money in the Bank last year, and then when Asuka won the Money in the Bank, the ladder match, the following night on Raw, Becky Lynch came out, and she told everybody that she was pregnant, and she opened Asuka's Money in the Bank briefcase, and there was the Raw Women's title. So she never lost the Raw Women's title. So maybe she wants to come back, she wants to take the contract, and then she wants to go beat up Rhea Ripley and take the championship whenever the heck she pleases in 365 days a year. But in this match is going to be an absolute clinic, and I just cannot wait to watch it. But in the end of this match, I'm going to take, this girl, she's been through so much. She's had an amazing documentary in the WWE Network. She's been through tag teams. She's beaten half the people in this match. It's Liv Morgan. You only live once. Liv Morgan deserves to have this opportunity, and she deserves to win this match, and she deserves to be Mrs. Money in the Bank. She's been through so many obstacles. She's beaten Carmella. She's beat Zelina Vega. She's beaten Natalya. She's beat all these people, and it took her so long, and it took Bayley tearing her ACL for Carmella to face Bianca Belair this past Friday night to lose the match, for Liv Morgan to take Carmella's place in the ladder match and be added after Liv Morgan beat Carmella and she beat Zelina Vega, and those two were just added. And you know, I think it's time. It's you only live once time. It's Liv Morgan's time. So she's taking Miss Money in the Bank, and you heard it here first from your boy Tino. The next match on the card I want to talk about, it's AJ Styles and Omas versus the Viking Raiders for the Raw Tag Team titles. And this match, the Eric and Ibar, they won a number one contenders match about 2 or 3 weeks ago, and we knew that this match was going to happen eventually, but last night when I got home, I saw that it was added to the card, so they must have added it last night during SmackDown, or maybe they added it earlier this week and I just didn't see it. But you know, it's not that I don't dislike what AJ Styles and Omas are doing. I just don't think Omas can really wrestle. And I think AJ, now that he has won the Grand Slam, and you know, to be honest, that's all I thought this was going to be. I thought that they would have lost the titles by now, but they haven't. And I don't know why they still have it, because Omas is just a big guy. And AJ, he needs to go back and doing some Intercontinental title runs, US title runs. He needs to be back being a singles competitor, because that's where AJ Styles thrives at, and he needs to go take back that WWE title that we see up there in his action figure, because AJ Styles is one bad man as a heel, as a face. I love AJ Styles either way, and I think that he deserves at least one more run, one more big title run before he retires. And I'm not saying to take the title off of Bobby Lashley or Roman Reigns right now. I'm just saying in like a year and a half, maybe give him a little bit of a run. But I don't see this lasting, and I don't see AJ Styles and Omas lasting much longer as tag team champions. So in this match, I'm going to take the Viking Raiders to win, and I'm going to take Eric and Ibar to become your new Raw Tag Team Champions. And you know, hey, they deserve it. They've had so many setbacks. They've not been on the card. They've been on the card. They've been in backstage comedy acts with the Street Profits. They've been in so many things. Sorry, guys, I got something in my nose. But yeah, so I'm taking the Viking Raiders to become your new Raw Tag Team Champions, and hopefully AJ Styles and Omas could just move on, or just have Omas be the bodyguard, and please have AJ Styles just be in a singles competitor. But that's who I'm taking, and I just cannot wait to hopefully see the Viking Raiders get their tag team titles that they deserve. The next match I want to talk about on the card, let's talk about the other women's match on this card. It is Rhea Ripley versus Charlotte Flair for the Raw Women's Championship. And Charlotte Flair and Rhea Ripley have been going back and forth now for the past few months, and you know, we've seen this match over and over again. I was hoping that there was going to be some type of a stipulation added to this match, but there was not. So we'll have to see. And not that they don't put on great matches as it is, I just want to see, like, let's see Toni Storm. Well, I'm sorry, no, Toni Storm is going to SmackDown. Let's see Toni Storm versus Bianca Belair at SummerSlam. Now that would be a lit match for SummerSlam, so make it happen, Vince. But let's see somebody else face Rhea Ripley. Let's see Aaliyah get a shot. I mean, I know she's just coming up, but let's see somebody else get a shot. Shayna Baszler. There's just so many other opportunities and so many other people that deserve this match. And you know, we've seen this match now 2 or 3 times, and I'm sure it's going to be really good. But I'm really hoping in the end that Rhea Ripley wins the match and she takes the Raw Women's Championship. And please, for the love of God, Vince McMahon, end this rivalry and move on and let Rhea Ripley do something. And please have a good title run or have a good rivalry for a few months, because I'm overseeing Charlotte Flair versus Rhea Ripley. So Rhea, beat her ass, take Charlotte's name, and show her why she ain't the queen of the WWE no more. But let's not talk about that too much. Let's get on to the WWE Championship match. And I want to talk about this one for a minute, because there are rumors that Goldberg is supposed to come back. People, why in the hell are we seeing Goldberg in 2021? It's 2021. Goldberg was good in the 1990s, the 2000s. I'm not hating on what Goldberg did in the past, but the man cannot wrestle. And for example, Aleister Black just went to AEW as Malachi Black, and now he's having a rivalry with Cody Rhodes. We have seen so many superstars go. Andrade has left. We've seen Finn Balor. He's went to SmackDown. Hopefully he does something and he comes up and does has a better run than he did previously on Raw and SmackDown. There are just so many other people that need to be in the WWE title picture at SummerSlam than Goldberg. I am so frustrated about hearing that. He's supposed to come back on this upcoming Monday Night Raw, and I'm not looking forward to it at all, people. So the WWE title match at Money in the Bank is Bobby Lashley, the Almighty, versus Kofi Kingston, and Kofi Mania is going to try and do it, and he's going to try to become the two-time WWE champion, and he's going to try to do his thing, and I would love to see Kofi win, and I would love to see Kofi Mania, and I'd love to see Kofi go on to SummerSlam, but I just don't see that happening. I think Bobby Lashley is too hot, and he's doing too good of things with the WWE Championship, and he's finally having a good run. But like I just mentioned, there's rumors that he's supposed to face Goldberg. So now that that's come out, there's obviously no chance in hell that Kofi Kingston wins this match. So obviously, I'm going to take Bobby Lashley, and hopefully these rumors are not true, and Goldberg does not show up on Monday Night Raw. But people, if he does, I'm going to cry, because I do not want to see Goldberg. Nobody wants to see Oldberg wrestle no more, people. Nobody wants to see you wrestle no more, Goldberg. There's just so many better matches, and there's just so many other better matches. But anyway, let's not get too upset about that, because we still have two other matches on the card for Money in the Bank. And the first one I want to talk about is the men's Money in the Bank ladder match. And the men participating in this match are Ricochet, John Morrison, Matt Riddle, and Drew McIntyre from Raw. And Big E, Seth Rollins, the Friday Night Messiah, King Nakamura, and Kevin Owens from SmackDown. And these 8 competitors are going to beat the hell out of each other. And if you did not watch the Ricochet and John Morrison Johnny Drip Drip match on this past Monday Night Raw, that match was probably the best match on Monday Night Raw that I have personally seen in a few years. My God, Ricochet and John Morrison put on a complete clinic, and they put on a show, and they beat the living hell out of each other. And that's what I want to see every week on Monday night, because those 3 hours of Monday are so long, and matches like that make it worth watching. And hey, I'll take it all day long if I can get it. This match, sorry, I got kind of confused there for a minute. I was going to move on for the WWE Championship match, but I haven't even told you who I think is going to win this match. The men's Money in the Bank match, I don't know, it could go either way. We could see Drew McIntyre win, and that's honestly one of the last things I want to see personally, because we've seen Drew versus Bobby a bunch of times, and there are rumors that my boy Never Give Up, John Cena, is coming back. So if he were to win the men's Money in the Bank and go on and face Roman, I just don't see either one happening. So I really would not want to see Drew McIntyre win. Honestly, anybody else personally, I wouldn't mind seeing win. So anybody but Drew McIntyre, I wouldn't mind seeing win. But in the end, I am going to go with a very underrated person that, he's kind of had a little bit more going a little bit lately, and, maybe he'll be doing it. I'm going with King Shinsuke Nakamura. I'm sorry, my bad. I was about to say King of Strong Styles, but either way, King of Strong Styles, King Nakamura, Shinsuke Nakamura. I'm taking the underdog, and he's going to win the men's Money in the Bank ladder match, and he's going to go on, and he's going to have himself a very good run as Mr. Money in the Bank, and he's going to cash in on whoever is the champion at the time, because if Nakamura does win, I don't see him cashing in right away. The only person I could really see maybe cashing in right away would be a McIntyre, maybe a Riddle, because then he wants maybe something to do with Randy Orton. He said he wanted wanted to cash it in on the tag team titles. Man, that's not how that works. You got to cash it in on the WWE title, the Universal title, or the World Heavyweight title, whatever big title it is. You don't go after the tag titles. That would be some funny stuff, though. I also would love to see Riddle win, too, because I think that would be great to see Riddle as Mr. Money in the Bank. But in the end, I'm taking a very straight underdog, and he's got a lot of he's become King Nakamura, and he's done a lot of things. So Shinsuke Nakamura, prove everybody wrong and take home that briefcase, and let's go, Mr. Money in the Bank, King Shinsuke Nakamura. Oh my God, I cannot say that today, people. I was just messing up. Finally, the last match on the card we're going to talk about, and it's for the Universal Championship. It's Roman Reigns versus Edge for the Universal Championship. And, this is the match that everybody wanted to see at WrestleMania. And finally, 3 months later, holy crap, it's been 3 months since WrestleMania. 3 months later, we are finally going to see it. It's going to be Edge versus Roman Reigns, and I just cannot wait to see what type of a show that these two put on. It's going to be an absolute banger, people. These guys are going to beat the hell out of each other. But my problem that I am having, and I understand it, but there are rumors that some way Seth Rollins is going to ruin it, and he's going to cost Edge this match, and that's how the match is going to end, and Roman is going to win because he's got the help from Seth Rollins, and then that is going to set up the match for Seth Rollins versus Edge at SummerSlam, which I'm okay with. I want to see Edge and Seth Rollins. That would be great. I want to see it all day long. But why can't they set it up on Friday next week? Why can't we just see a good wrestling match, a good, clean wrestling match? So hopefully that's what's going to happen. But either way, as much as I want to take Edge, I just don't see it happening right now. So I'm taking Roman Reigns. He's going to keep his title, and he's going to be the big dog, the head of the table. He's going to be the Friday Night Light, Friday the Delight, whatever the heck he wants to call himself nowadays, the Tribal Chief, the big dog, everything, the head of the table. Roman Reigns is going to keep the WWE Championship. And these two, like I said, are going to put on a complete clinic, and it is going to be a banger, and I cannot wait to see what happens in this match. Hopefully it doesn't end that way, and we can see it. Wait until next Friday to start the SummerSlam rivalry with Seth and Edge, but that rumor being out is just something I'm really worried about. And we've seen it in the past few weeks on SmackDown with Seth Rollins being like, I should have ended your career and I should have stomped on your head 7 years ago when I had the chance, but he didn't when he was the architect. And when he was Mr. Money in the Bank with the Authority, he had the chance after Edge retired and Edge was gone for a little bit of period of time. He was doing the Edge and Christian show, and he came on and they did the Edge and Christian show, and then they did a few other things, and they came out and did, just a couple other segments on Raw, and Seth Rollins and Edge kind of had this rivalry, but we didn't think we were ever going to see it because Edge wasn't cleared. And now all these years later, it's 7 years in the making, and if that match really does happen at SummerSlam, it's gonna be lit. But the reason why I'm also picking Roman Reigns to win this match is because we've all heard that the man, the myth, the legend, the 16-time WWE Champion, John Cena, is returning next Friday night on SmackDown. You can't see me. Never give up. Hustle, loyalty, and respect is back, baby. He is rumored to come back on Friday, on the July 23rd episode of Friday Night SmackDown, to finally set up the match between him and Roman Reigns for SummerSlam. And if that happens, people, my 15-year-old self is going to come out and I'm going to scream like a little girl because I love my man John Cena. He's been my guy since I was 10 years old. Since I've been watching wrestling, he is the one that I will always know and will always be my man and my guy. And he's getting up there in age, and as much as I hate seeing him get older, and he gets even more ripped as he gets older as it is. Anyway, I want to see him be able to get the 17th title run, and I just want to see him be able to break Ric Flair Flair's record, because Ric Flair has always said he would love to see somebody break that record and be able to dethrone him. And John Cena is that perfect guy. He's been the main guy. He was the main guy in WWE from the years of 2006, we could say, to 2013 or 14. He was the man. He was 16-time WWE champion, world heavyweight champion, multiple-time United States champion, multiple-time tag team champion, winner of the Royal Rumble, main eventing over 5+ WrestleManias, main eventing with The Rock, Dwayne Johnson. The man has done everything, and if he can win that 17th WWE title, that would be just awesome. So that is another rumor that is coming back. Sorry, I got really excited there. You guys could see the passion I have for John Cena. I just love him, and not having him in his WWE has been really rough and hard. The last time we saw John Cena was when he was in the Firefly Funhouse match with Bray Wyatt and The Fiend a few years ago at WrestleMania. So it will be nice to have the hustle, loyalty, respect, the heart of WWE back in the business. I cannot wait to see everything that goes down at Money in the Bank. It is always an exciting pay-per-view. If you've been watching wrestling as long as I have, this match debuted at WrestleMania 21, and the first winner of the match was Edge, and Edge ended up cashing that in on John Cena, and 15, 16 years later almost, it is a pay-per-view, and now we're seeing women's Money in the Bank matches. We're seeing more men than we never thought. I would personally, excuse me, I'm sorry. I never thought that we would see this match. I thought it was a great idea. I understood it. I really would have loved it. They would have had it and kept it at WrestleMania. It just meant a little bit more. But, having a pay-per-view and giving the women a chance is just honestly absolutely amazing. And I cannot wait to see, again, like I said, everything that's going to go down this Sunday. There are so many good matches. The Money in the Bank matches are always amazing. I always love ladder matches, especially with 8 people. That's going to be a barn burner, and they're going to beat the hell out of each other, and they're going to destroy their stadium, and it's just going to be awesome. I just cannot wait to see everybody that's going to win at Money in the Bank. So I hope everybody enjoys the show. I hope everybody enjoys my predictions. Let's see if I can get some right. And until Monday afternoon, when we do a post show and I let you know everything that went down at Money in the Bank, and then I'll give you a Raw preview. Hopefully Goldberg doesn't show up at Money in the Bank. Hopefully he doesn't show up at all, but if he does, we'll talk about it. And if he doesn't, we'll talk about how he possibly will be coming back on Monday Night Raw. But, yeah. So, and until Monday, I hope everybody enjoys the show. Remember to go smash that subscribe button. Help your boy Tino out. Go follow me at TinoTime1996 on Twitter. Go follow at TinoTime10 on Instagram. At TinoTime Wrestling on Instagram. And help your boy Tino out. Remember, I'm going places and I ain't stopping until I get into the Hall of Fame. So, and until Monday, this is your boy Tino, signing out.